Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Game News Roundup, where we go over the latest gaming news, gaming sales, and gaming industry information. We got some news today, an update from Microsoft's Activision Blizzard acquisition. No, it's not the deal is done, it's closed, it's over. Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard. That's not quite yet. We're not quite there yet, but right before I went live, as I'm streaming right now on Twitch, people watching live right now, feel free to say hi to YouTube. New Zealand, the Commerce Commission of New Zealand announced that they've approved the deal. The commission has granted clearance for Microsoft to acquire 100% of the common stock of Activision Blizzard as part of a global transaction. Parties: Microsoft Corporation, Activision Blizzard, merger categories, clearance, Commerce Act, yada yada. Status closed. Outcome: merger has been cleared. Finally, on August 7th. Date open, June 15th, 2022. Here we are, year and 2 months later, almost. Technically, the deal was announced in January of 2022. But obviously, it took time before Microsoft submitted the paperwork. It's all these different regulators to get the deal approved. But so, talking about a year and 2 months. But yeah, that's it. Basically, I think it's just the UK at this point. The deal has been approved in Turkey, South Africa, South Korea, China, European Union, Ukraine, Japan, Chile, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, and Serbia. And also Microsoft won its case against the FTC United States, which is trying to block the deal. It comes down to the UK, as we've mentioned way too many times. Yeah, the UK blocked the deal a while ago, but then Microsoft was trying to appeal the deal, but then they pulled the appeal, and now the Microsoft and the UK regulator are trying to work out a new deal with a deadline of August 29th. I think people are currently expecting potentially to hear an official ruling next week. We will see what actually happens, because the deadline is actually August 29th. And it has been reported that Microsoft might be willing to give up some control over its cloud gaming in the UK to help appease the UK regulator. And obviously Microsoft also recently submitted a change of circumstances to the UK regulator, arguing why the CMA should reverse its decision to block the deal and ultimately approve the deal. Basically arguing that now that Microsoft has a deal with Sony to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, they now have another cloud gaming deal in place, more than they did when the UK eventually first ruled on their, ruling to block the deal. But what a wild roller coaster this has been. It's like, alright, they're announcing that, right? Microsoft's like, it's probably gonna be no issues, gonna be approved easily, alright, it's being approved, and then the UK blocks the deal. Holy sh! What? Is the deal dead? Oh god, it's up to the European Commission. If they block it, the deal's probably definitely dead at that point. But then the European Union approves it. And Ukraine, Japan, well, some of these countries were kind of a given. Just for the fact of how small the Xbox market share is. In a lot of these places where they're like, they approved it unconditionally. The European Union, they approved it after Microsoft signed some deals with some cloud streaming services, as well as Nintendo. And at that point, they had to sign their deal with Sony to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. So yeah, once this deal closes, we'll be starting to see Call of Duty on Nintendo platforms. Although with the deal, if it does close before Modern Warfare 3 comes out, yes, that was announced. I don't expect to see a Call of Duty game to land on the Nintendo platform until probably next year. And it's been rumored that the next gen Nintendo Switch, whatever it's going to be, who knows, we'll see, potentially will come out the end of next year. So if we see Call of Duty starting to come to Nintendo platforms next year, probably just be the Switch 2. If it gets blocked here after everything that's happened, that would be sad, Emerald. But at this point, the judge ruled in favor of the Microsoft, and basically that was it. The FTC lost their court case trying to block the deal. So it's basically the UK working out a deal with Microsoft, or Microsoft working out a deal with the UK. To get it approved, and we will see. So what do you guys think? Are we going to finally have this deal closed later this month? Well, I guess we'll at least know if it's approved or not in the UK, which, now, does that mean the deal is going to be, the minute that it's approved in the UK, does that mean Microsoft is going to close the deal instantly? It might take a few days, or a week. Remember, Microsoft has to transfer nearly $70 billion. That's a lot of money to close the deal, to pay off the people who own the stock in Activision Blizzard. Which, actually, give me one more, Activision stock. Because Microsoft is buying the stock at $95 a share. It's currently at 91.57. I wasn't sure what it was at. If you look at this timeline, you look at, actually, no. You look at this timeline here. All right, hold on. We'll do this one first. The stock's down. It's not doing well. $57. Oh, 65. And then Microsoft announced they acquire Activision Blizzard, and it shoots up to $80. Shoots up by $15 instantly. And then we do this, you know, it's hovering around, we're taking a while, I think. And then, boom, it shoots up here. I think some companies like, oh, it's probably gonna be approved. It's been approved in some places at this point. And then, this big drop-off was the day that the UK blocked the deal. Everyone thinking, oh, is it dead? Oh, shish kebab. No. Oh, God! And that's it, it just completely plummets. Could you imagine if you bought stock right before they announced the acquisition, and then sell it right before the UK blocked it, and then bought it again at the bottom here? And then, of course, this big uphill thing here was the deal being approved, basically being approved in the US. And then, obviously, the UK saying, alright, we're gonna work out a new deal. It's been approved pretty much everywhere but the UK, and obviously now we've got New Zealand approving the deal. And also, quick mention, Activision did announce today Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 comes out on November 10th. What platforms? I don't know. They didn't say what platforms, but it's probably coming to the PS5, Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. The reason I say that is because Modern Warfare 2, which came out last year, launched on those platforms. We'll see about potential Switch port or not. I don't know at this point. Maybe that's why they didn't announce the platforms, but we'll see. With the acquisition of Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard, we'll see. Like with the deals they have in, does that stuff with, say, Nintendo, with Call of Duty coming to Nintendo, does that mean immediately the deal's closed and that's it? They gotta make sure Modern Warfare 3 launches day and date on the Switch? Or is it gonna be able to start next year, 2024? We will see. We will see. The original Modern Warfare 3 came out on the Wii, that's true, but also this is a little different. It's a little different, Emeralds. It should be different. Because Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the new Modern Warfare trilogy are not on the Switch. The last Call of Duty game on Nintendo platform was Call of Duty Ghosts on the Wii U. And I believe it was 2013. It's been a decade. So, that's a thing that has happened and gone down. So, yeah, just wanted to point that out real quick. But yeah, that's going to do it for this quick little update on Microsoft's Activision Blizzard acquisition. If you want to keep in the know, be sure to hit the like button, and obviously be sure to subscribe. I try to go over some of the bigger gaming news every week, as long as there's interesting, big gaming news to go over. And obviously, VGChartz.com for latest gaming news and stuff I try to report on as much as I can. At least not all the big stuff, some of the little indies, sometimes even indie news and stuff. Just a mix of stuff that we report on. And obviously, one other thing we do report on, we do video game estimates, hardware estimates specifically. We do report on software, official software sales and shipments from official companies. We also keep track of series sales, so combining all of the entries in a specific franchise to get sales for the franchise and all that stuff here. Call of Duty going up and whatnot. But yeah, and obviously report on hardware estimates. We report them generally. We got weekly estimates, but we report on them monthly now. Waiting on more official data to come in, so our initial estimates are more accurate than they were in the past. July estimates will either start going up the end of this week or the beginning of next week, and they'll be posted over the course of a week or two, depending on when the data we're waiting on comes in. We'll probably start with Japan, and then we'll post Europe or America's estimates, whichever comes in first. And then obviously Europe or America's after that. And then we'll do the full worldwide. And we do break down articles on all of our stuff, as well as monthly articles comparing different sales. Obviously, PS4, Series X and S in the US. We got worldwide, Switch versus a bunch of different consoles. PS5 versus PS4, Xbox Series X and S versus Xbox One, Series X and S versus 360, etc., etc. But if you want to keep up on video game sales, VGChartz is the place to go. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all next time.